Welcome back, Madridistas and football fans. We've got massive breaking news ahead of the first El Clasico of the season. Real Madrid have received a huge boost, as Barcelona star Joan Garcia has been officially ruled out of the clash at the Santiago Bernabéu. We'll also break down Kylian Mbappe's emotional message about Lionel Messi, Frenkie de Jong's brilliant performance for the Netherlands, and a look into Barcelona's growing injury crisis, plus what they can learn from the Ansu Fati story. Stick around till the end. There's a shocking transfer twist involving Luis Díaz and Barcelona that you won't believe. Let's jump straight into it. Big boost for Real Madrid as Barcelona star ruled out of El Clasico. We are just 2 weeks away from the season's first El Clasico, as Real Madrid look to exact revenge on Barcelona after succumbing to 4 defeats last season. Heading into this game, however, both teams are struggling with injuries and are evenly matched on paper. Barcelona in particular have been dealt with a series of injury blows over the past 4 weeks, with the likes of Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Fermin Lopez, Dani Olmo and Joan Garcia all picking up recent knocks. Joan Garcia ruled out of Real Madrid clash. While the likes of Yamal, Rafinha and Fermin might return in time for the Real Madrid clash, a recent report from Diario AS suggests that Joan Garcia has been completely ruled out of El Clasico. This comes on the back of an earlier update given by the player himself, as he confirmed that it will take at least a month before he returns to full fitness. The report cites the same update, adding that Garcia won't be available for action at least until November 5th, when Barcelona are slated to take on Club Brugge. Joan Garcia's absence from El Clasico could serve as a massive boost for Real Madrid, as it practically means Barcelona will have to operate without their primary goalkeeper. Not to mention, Garcia was in terrific form before picking up an injury, leaving Barcelona to make do with Wojciech Szczesny as their main goalkeeper. Although Szczesny is no slouch, not having someone like Garcia defending the Barcelona goal could be beneficial for Kylian Mbappé as he looks to continue his goal-scoring form. Real Madrid superstar shares his thoughts on playing with Messi. A stroke of luck. In a recent interview with Movistar Plus, Real Madrid superstar Kylian Mbappé has opened up about his experience playing alongside Lionel Messi. The two footballers had shared the dressing room at Paris Saint-Germain when the Argentine international had joined the French outfit in 2021. Mbappé and Messi played together for 2 years before the latter eventually left PSG in favor of a move to Inter Miami. Mbappé on playing with Messi. Talking about his experience of playing alongside Messi, Mbappé admitted it was a stroke of luck, and that he never expected to play with the Argentine. It was a stroke of luck to play with Lionel Messi. I didn't think I was going to play with him, he told Movistar Plus. Mbappé and Messi shared the pitch together 67 times, during which Messi scored 14 goals assisted by Mbappé, while the Frenchman scored 20 goals assisted by Messi. The duo was part of a larger PSG attacking trifecta involving Neymar, but the combination fell through when Messi left in 2023, which was followed by Neymar's departure in the same summer. Nevertheless, Mbappé, now at Real Madrid, admitted that he never imagined playing alongside Messi because he had always harbored the dream of playing for Los Blancos. My dream was playing for Real Madrid and I never thought I'd go to Barcelona in my life, the Frenchman added. More than 16 months into his Real Madrid career, it is safe to say that Mbappé hasn't disappointed at all, racking up as many as 58 goals in 69 competitive appearances. The French international has been on fire this season, in particular, scoring 14 goals in 10 competitive matches while mustering 2 assists, marking a career-best start to a season. 125 touches, 109 passes. Barcelona star shines on international duty. A member of the midfield ranks at La Liga champions Barcelona conjured up his latest fine performance on the international front on Sunday. The player in question? Frenkie de Jong. Midfielder de Jong was for his part in from the off for the Netherlands once more this evening. This came as Ronald Koeman's troops played host to Finland, in a 2026 World Cup qualifying fixture. When all was said and done, the Dutch emerged on the right side of a 4-0 result, to further cement their place atop the Group G table. And the aforementioned de Jong, though not on the score sheet, played a starring role over the course of the 90 minutes in Amsterdam. The former Ajax man controlled proceedings from his berth at the base of midfield with typical class and poise, giving rise to the following round of statistics as per SofaScore. Section 125 touches. Section 109-116 completed passes, 94%. Section 8/9 completed long balls. Section 4/6 ground duels 1. Section 6 recoveries. What Barcelona can learn from the story of Ansu Fati. On the importance nurturing young talent for the long run. I can't remember many La Masia players who were as electrifying as Ansu Fati when they made their debut for Barcelona. I remember saying to myself, how old is this kid? What audacity from a 16-year-old to score on command like that. Since then, other young Blaugrana stars have followed in his footsteps. Gavi was barely 17 years old, Pau Cubarsí was 16, and Lamine Yamal was a shocking 15-year-old when they first stepped onto the pitch at the Camp Nou. Ansu Fati was also the first in a startling trend of young players picking up serious injuries that have held back their careers. Gavi is the player who has been sidelined the most, and at the most risk of not being able to get back to where he started when his career took off. Pedri and Lamine Yamal, on the other hand, are players for whom we all hold our collective breath when they are on the field. They are essential to the future of the club, and they already have an injury history that has created anxiety for the manager and fans alike. It's hard when you believe you've identified the next big thing. You want to see them play and make an impact in every game. It's even harder to show restraint when you're thinking wishfully that you've discovered a replacement to fill the shoes of Lionel Messi. But the laws of biology are shouting back, not so fast. Ansu Fati is a unique case. He was never a physical specimen. Never the biggest, fastest, or strongest player on the field. Yet still, he had something special that can't be taught, and is increasingly hard to find in the world of football, a killer combination of hunger and instinct in front of goal. It was emotionally exhausting to invest so much hope in one player. To wait months for them to recover from injury, only to see them sidelined again shortly after. It's understandable that fans can lose patience with a player who keeps getting injured, and for coaches, it's hard to keep believing in someone who can't stay fit. Still, when it comes to Ansu Fati, it's impossible to completely dismiss his potential. Even Hansi Flick must realize that there's a real chance he could regret letting such a talented young forward leave. With players like Fermin Lopez and Dani Olmo currently sidelined, Fati would have been a very useful option for Barcelona right now. Meanwhile, Luis Díaz has confirmed that there were indeed talks with FC Barcelona before he decided to join Bayern Munich. Both clubs named FCB were interested in the Colombian star, but in the end, Díaz chose Bayern, and judging by his bright start in Germany, it seems he made the right decision. Somehow, after German team Bayern Munich beat English team Chelsea FC 3-1 in the Champions League, some Spanish press managed to smuggle their way in and ask some questions in the post-match press conference. Naturally, the Spanish reporters were interested in Luis Díaz and the rumored interest from FC Barcelona. Did he really nearly join Barca? I'm very happy to be at this great club. There have been talks with Barca, which is normal in the transfer market with several teams, Díaz acknowledged as captured by it Imea Sanmia. I'm very happy with my decision. I've made an objective decision about my future, and the most important thing is that I'm coming to a great club. So I'll try to do my best. On the win over Chelsea, the former Liverpool FC winger added, I'm very happy with the win, it was what we expected. Starting like this is important for the team so we can stay calm. Now it's time to rest. Ultimately, Barcelona signed Marcus Rashford from Manchester United and judging by his recent performance against Newcastle, it's not going too shabby. But what would have happened if Bayern would have had to stomach another rejection and Díaz had moved to the Catalans? Well, we will never know now. What a week in Spanish football. With Joan Garcia out, Mbappé firing on all cylinders and Frenkie de Jong back to his best, the stage is set for an explosive El Clasico. Real Madrid fans will be confident, but never count out Barcelona, even in crisis. If you enjoyed this update, smash that like button, subscribe for daily El Clasico news and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single moment from Camp Nou and the Bernabéu. Thanks for watching, and as always, Hala Madrid.